The one thing I was curious about, like, how do you know about Tinder fatigue?
Oh, is that an example I gave? I don't have to experience everything to be able to write with great authority about it. Don't you know? Don't you know about that? Tinder fatigue, anyone? Question mark. Interrobang.
Terrible.
That's where I should have used the interrobang.
Yes.
Hello and welcome to Remorandom, a podcast about everything interesting. I'm Remo. Today I'll be joined by a special guest, my wife Melanie, also known as Darling. Memorandum 6 is about to launch. The publication date is actually the 1st of May. Our small apartment here in North Bondi is chock full of books and postal tubs. It's going to be happening over the next few days. The star of the show is Memorandum 6, the penultimate volume of the Rainbow series of 7. And Melanie has agreed on short notice, Claudia's away, to give us her impressions and to identify some of her highlights. I'm grateful that she's giving us this time as she is actually quite busy with her own book. More about that later. And meanwhile, let's cross to the kitchen and it's over to Melanie. Hello, darling.
Hi, darling. This reminds me of like any normal day when you want to ask me something and you call me on the phone from the other end of the hallway. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so where are we on the book? We have gone to the garage. We have picked up 15 cartons.
Lot of boxes, yeah.
A lot of boxes. They're in there. We've collected tubs from the post office.
Mm-hmm.
The Avery stickers have arrived. I'll do the data crunching this afternoon because it's the last day of the cycle. Tomorrow's publication date. And I guess we'll lodge them at the post office either tomorrow or maybe Monday so that some stragglers can piggyback our big mail out. And for them, we're offering free shipping. Anyway, that'll be in the email that accompanies this podcast. So I will put this picture up on the screen, but, you know, the new one is blue. Sorry for the scribble.
I'm ready to
here.
go too.
Wow,
Mine has no scribble.
Shazam. And
a beautiful color, by the way.
And there's the set of 6, which is going to be the new catch-up product as from tomorrow. So we're one color away from the rainbow. This is sort of like a pseudo indigo because it's not actually technically indigo, but it's a nice blue, right?
It's beautiful.
So the as usual, 90 topics, ideas generated by me, you, and our community of readers. I just got the table of contents up on my screen so I can remember, but yeah, Apollo 13 all the way to Z for Zeet Pyramid and everything in between. But I'm curious to know what you thought of it. You better say the right thing.
Of course I loved it. Of course it's because it's just as interesting. Like, it's not like you run out of interesting topics. There's a library of babble full of interesting topics.
Good.
Just to bring it to one of my favorites.
And yes, so I wanted to know what some of your favorites were, and I'll ask you why. So Melanie's top 10.
Yeah, well, look, it's very hard to choose the top 10, obviously. Some things I have a visceral reaction to, some are kind of heart. Like my number one, the first out of that 10 on the list is the Dr. Seuss. What an incredible man. And well, my reaction was it was a heart reaction because, you know, we read both. Not only did we read the kids, like almost every, well, I don't know almost every, but many of those books, and they featured in the kids' sort of nighttime reading for so many years. But also I remember reading Dr. Seuss. I remember I remember the 256 days, and I never ever found out why she named all her kids.
I think I was a little freaked out by the Cat in the Hat, though. I think it was
Yeah,
a
I
bit
know, I always
creep.
loved it. No, I loved it, and I loved it for the language and the pictures. But I'm still reciting lines. I still have. I wish that I had duck feet around in my head. And that was one of Roman's
Yeah.
favorites, and I've actually got a little thing to show
Oh,
you.
I'll put it
Because
up on the
when he was 2, he made himself some
duck feet.
duck feet out of yellow washing up gloves. So we read that one a lot.
All right, then there's
So
a little.
and that one still makes me laugh. Like 25 years later, that still makes me laugh. So and he was sort of remarkable and ahead of his time. But they the Lorax was very kind of environmental. Like he had the messages, but not necessarily overt as the Lorax. But
There's been a bit of cancel culture stuff.
yeah. That's okay. Because I think most of his
He still
books,
gets a pass.
most of his books pass. Yeah.
Okay, so that's number 1. Next,
Is the exclamation mark.
right?
And I
Okay.
love this story because I love things that I love stories about things that are just so ubiquitous. Like they're just a part. They're just there, and you're not thinking about them, but actually there is a story to tell about that. And I love the exclamation mark. And I have tried to. I know there's been a kind of a pushback against exclamation mark because it's overused, but it's impossible not to use it and sound it's you sound kind of dour or stern.
What's
if you just
the
say-
limit though? Is it 3? No more than 3, please.
I don't think I ever use more than one, or rarely. I might go
Oh.
to 2.
Oh,
I like and I want to use the interrobang.
yes.
That was the proscript in the story because I often use a question mark and exclamation mark. So I think there is the real
You're wasting all of that effort making 2 symbols.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly depends on the message that you're sending. Like, it's not always appropriate. Like, if you're sending condolences, for example, you won't use it. But
In the book, I've got a link to the Seinfeld scene where who gets in trouble for not including an exclamation mark at the end of
I forget. Yeah.
in a memorable Seinfeld episode, the omission of an exclamation mark on a phone message from a newborn's mother triggered Elaine's breakup with her new boyfriend, Jake.
It's the most important of all those grammatical marks.
All right. So,
Yes.
okay, I agree with those 2.
Yeah. And next, I'm going to skip over to. Well, there's so many, like Fat Men's Clubs. I mean, oh my God. The Greenhouse, I think, is the next one.
Yes. Greenhouse by Yoke.
Yeah. Just because, well, I knew about it. But he's got so much passion. He's so driven. He gets things done, and he gets things done about things that that impact things that I care about, like the climate and keeping our planet clean, and so he's kind of showing the way, like giving us.
Well, when we
ideas
say
about-
him, I don't think we've mentioned his name, but
Joost
Joost
Bakker,
Bakker, yeah.
the ex-tulip
Dutch-
farmer from
Yeah.
Dutch, the Dutch tulip farmer.
Dutch-born, Melbourne-based,
Yeah.
eco-visionary.
Yeah, I'm wondering where we're going to put our mushroom wall. Has to be near the bathroom so that the steam from the shower feeds the mushrooms, which then go on to feed the brother, because that all that circular
Oh, good.
stuff.
Oh,
that's
you're
so
telling me we
interesting.
don't have to get that vent repaired thing.
No, we need all the steam we can get for our mushies.
Yeah, he's
So
a
yeah.
he's a charmer, and he spoke at TEDx Sydney in 2013.
Yeah.
And most of the photographs show the kind of handwriting on his hand, because that was his
Yes, his way to remember.
cheat notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
it was.
Hachiko.
Oh, Hachiko. So
Yeah.
the dog that kept waiting
Yeah.
for the dead master at the railway station
in
Japan.
Yeah. You had me at profoundly devoted dog, and actually you probably had we at dog. We love a dog.
Life is better with the dog. That's one of
Life
your
is better. Yeah, life is so
T-shirt
much better with a
ideas.
dog. And this is just a remarkable story. I mean, there are lots of. I mean, we watched that Australian story about little Valerie, who reappeared after 500 days. But yeah, there's something very heart tuggy about that kind of the pure love of a dog.
So how many years? Yeah, so for
Yeah, 9 years.
9 years, the dog
he would
kept
go back. Yeah,
waiting for his dead master.
yeah, yeah. And they still commemorate him. Well, when did he die? 1932 or no, 1935, I think. And they built a statue to him. They had to melt the statue for the war effort, but they've rebuilt it. And then every year on the date of his death, they
Have a memorial service.
have a memorial service for him, and that seems absolutely right and correct.
Nice one.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
one, darling.
And my next one is another Japanese one, the kintsugi.
Kintsugi, literally
Kintsugi, yeah.
gold joinery.
Yeah. And this one.
Well,
yeah,
let me explain
right.
what it is. So it's a centuries-old Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with lacquer mixed with powdered gold. So they kind of celebrate its brokenness and make it right again.
Yeah, yeah, and it becomes more beautiful. More beautiful, I think. Yeah, because we kind of grew up in a culture and an era where everything was throwaway. If something was less than perfect, you chucked it and got another one. So I think this is just a reminder that things themselves have stories, and the breaking points and the fixing is part of that story. And and the idea of embracing flaws and imperfections is great, because we're all flawed and imperfect, and yeah.
Yeah, great. Awesome.
Yeah. So that's my next. Well, that's that one. I'll tell you what, everything was like. Well, the Library of Babel. That is just
That's does your head in one.
that
right?
does that. My head is done in, and it just doesn't stop being done in trying to think about it. And kind of remarkable, and the fact that it came from a story, the Borges story, the Library of Babel. And that
was like this hypothetical place where every
word, every letter, every combination of letters.
Yeah, so some software geek developed this powerful algorithm that brought it to life. So basically, he has a database that can call up every single combination of 3,200 characters made up of letters, spaces, commas, and full stops. So every poem that's ever been written, every love letter that's ever been written in the past or the future, you can call up and it's got an address in this database.
So that's a lovely marriage too of the kind of the past written word and the sort of digital age. Lovely.
Anyway. All right, I'll reread that one to see if I can understand it more.
Yeah. Okay. Origami was my next one. And again, this was a bit of a heart tug thing. And it sort of relates a bit to the Kitsugai. Not sure if how I'm pronouncing that. Because it's about kind of slowing down and not, it's just somehow it's on that spectrum of sort of slow arts. And as you know, I've become a bit of a knitter lately, and origami kind of fits into that sort of slow art thing. That's
so you're making 1,000 beanies, not folding 1,000 cranes.
Cranes, no, exactly.
You can't wear cranes.
You can't wear cranes, and those cranes aren't going to keep you warm. They might give you long life, though. Yeah, so it's, as an art in and of itself, is such a beautiful thing. And Lola, I mean, our daughter Lola is, she was a very keen origami maker, and it sort of stands to reason because of the, engineers have now got their hands on it and making and using it for all kinds of things, aeronautic and
Satellites that
what
unfold in space. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Well, I read the book, The Thousand Paper Cranes, which was based on a true story I read to Lola. That was one of her favorites. That's a beautiful story that I can recommend.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So the Ornamental Hermit is my next one.
Yes.
And it's just like, it's so like Delulu. But one thing. Well, do you want to explain what
it was recommended by our friend Hugh Ramage.
Yeah.
He usually every book or two he comes up with a zinger, and this was one of those. So, yeah, the first paragraph of the story in Memorandum 6 reads: if you were a wealthy gentleman back in the 18th and early 19th century, simply owning a grand country estate with elegantly landscaped gardens wouldn't be enough to impress and astonish your guests. What you needed was an ornamental hermit. An ornamental hermit was not a real hermit, but rather a man who was employed by the estate owner to reside in a contrived hermitage for a period of time and make scheduled appearances on the grounds at the pleasure of the employer and to be seen and marveled at by guests.
I actually wouldn't have minded that job, I don't think.
Clock on and clock off.
That's a crazy thing. And you wonder what other crazy stuff was going on back then. And then you wonder what crazy stuff are people in the future going to think about this period that we're in. I mean, there's a lot to choose from, I think.
What are they going to?
They'll have the paradox of choice, which is actually
the next one. Yes.
My next one. Yeah. And this one this is the one I had a visceral reaction to, because I get that. It's like going into a supermarket is just, it's almost painful. I mean, on the other hand, with a menu, like sitting in a restaurant, I'm often the first to order, even if it's the wrong one, because I can just zero in. I can take away the noise, and so long as I'm not too hungry, I can just order the right thing and I'm off. But standing in most places, if there's too much choice, it's too hard, and I just feel like going home. I mean, there's nothing better than being in a bookshop and having the people who work there giving their recommendations.
I like the restaurant where it's like people grab the menus from you, and say,
we'll do it.
Any dietary restrictions, just relax. We'll feed you. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
And
is that them wanting to
and
get
then the
rid
bill
of
comes.
Yeah. Oh, is that them wanting to get rid of the old veg from the bottom of the fridge? No, I don't think that. One thing I was curious about, like, how do you know about Tinder fatigue?
Oh, is that an example I gave? I don't have to experience everything to be able to write with great authority about it. Don't you know? Don't you know about that? Tinder fatigue, anyone? Question mark. Interrobang. That's where I should have used the interrobang.
So that was a good one. Okay, the next one was the idea that I gave to you, though I had to kind of work a little bit to get this one. And then once I got it across the line, you were very enthusiastic. And that is, and I'm going to read it because it's very hard to pronounce, Prison Colon Sinai Kuzol.
Yes, I do love this story. I'll read the para so people know what we're talking about. Yeah. So, Prison Colon Kuzol is a song. It's basically a gibberish song that was performed by this Italian singer-songwriter Adriano Celentano in 1972, which is a long time ago for something so kind of cool and ironic and sophisticated. So the track sounds like English, but it actually doesn't contain a single word of English.
I don't think he did it as an experiment or in frustration. I believe this is the case because all the the American music was what was selling. So people were kind of ignoring their local artists for the kind of hot new English or American music.
So it was a piss take
It was a piss take.
on
And
that. Yeah.
yeah. But it's a great song. Like even
It's great. And the videos are fantastic.
the videos are fantastic. Yeah, and you have to go and watch that.
I've
But
got three QR
yeah,
codes or 4 QR codes, so you can see 3 different versions of him singing this song back in 1972, back in 73, and then more recently in 2012 in Verona. So he's basically built this fabulous career on the back of this one.
But the funny thing is, it's actually what most songs sound like to me. I can't really like lyrics. I don't know if it's an age thing. Like, well, it is an age thing, but
I thought I was the one that got
everything's
lyrics wrong in this household.
no, the lyrics I know, but if I'm listening to a new song, it sounds much like Prison Colin and Sinai Kuzol. All right.
That's definitely something that needs to be heard and not just read. So use the links and use the QR codes.
Yeah. No, I can't find my next one.
Well, I've got it in front of me.
Oh, tell me.
Zeet Pyramid.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Zeet Pyramid. That's another one because there's another Blow Your Mind one. And
this is not so blow your mind, but it's
it is. That's going to be finished in the year 3183. But that is mind blowing. They've got 4 blocks done.
Every 10 years they put.
It's every 10 years of one big enormous block.
But it's a time pyramid. So it began in 1993 to commemorate the 1200th anniversary of Wemding, this town in Germany. So so they thought let's make a monument to the next 1200 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bit of a maths issue. They should have waited 10 years to put the first one. So the maths geeks have zeroed in on it. I'm looking at you, Adam Spencer.
That's so funny. That's like at the millennium. Remember, when does the new millennium style?
2000 or 2001. That's
right.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's one of those that makes you kind of wonder and dream. Like, what will life be like in that world? And that slowness, that kind of just it seems so exotic to kind of think slowly. There's the 10,000 new clock, same premise.
So that's your 10. I think there'll definitely be crossover. I haven't gone through and done the faves yet, but I would definitely agree with a bunch of those. Anyway, there's 90. There's plenty more where that came from. So that's Memorandum 6. Just to let you know where we're up to on the next book. Yesterday, I finished writing about the M dash, which was the 50th topic for Memorandum 7, which is coming out in October. So 60% the way there. Enjoying it. I love that terror of not having anything to write and then going for a walk in the morning and having an idea, which then I write that day. So
or someone sending you a message.
Yeah, and so the M dash was actually a friend's idea. The one before that, intraocular lenses, cataract lenses. Anyway, that was Manuel Rosario, who's one of our longtime customers, and he sent me this thing just a couple of days ago. So I might actually jump the gun and send that out in the Substack next week because it's a good example of the kind of the process. And then we all know what happens in October once the seventh book is launched. There's the shindig for our subscribers, our paid subscribers on Substack and our
that you've been talking about since before October last year. You get excited.
I know. Only 5.5 months to go.
Yeah.
I saw a friend on the promenade this morning, Barbara Schaffer, and she said, "Oh, I'm looking forward to your birthday at the end of the..." and I said, It's not my birthday. It's the launch of the
Yeah,
volume. I said,
seven.
yeah, I didn't think you were 70. So, anyway, so I hope other people aren't confusing it for my 70th birthday party. So that's all. Well, so plus, let's put in a plug for what you're doing at the moment. I know that's why I was lucky to get you this morning, because I can see on the kitchen table there's evidence of it. But you're working on your own book right now.
I am.
What's the deal?
Well, it's from the blog I've been doing, Bondi Observer, for the last couple of years. And it's a celebration of the community, which, and the spirit of the community, which is very strong. And it became very apparent after the attacks of December 14, how strong a community we are. And I'd been wanting to do the book since well before that, and kind of starting on the planning, but that really brought home what a strong community we are. And then we're not really, it's for the community. So it's not really, anybody can buy it, but it does demonstrate to outsiders that we are a community. Like that, it might not be perceived that way, but
so it's going to be ready at the same time as Remorandum 7.
Yeah.
And I've already rehearsed my grief, the grief of having this big party and being outsold by a book about Bondi written by my own wife. Anyway, we'll see what happens. So that's it for today. I'll get this edited and out before the weekend, which will give you time. If you're interested in Remorandum 6 and you want to take up that offer on the free domestic shipping, you've got 3 days to do that. Anyway, thanks, darling.
My pleasure.
And I'll come up there now and have a cup of tea. We'll do a post-mortem.